Okay, no, I just wanted to do a quick update because I got a few cool things. I rewrote some of my GUI because it was not like working right, so oh my god, sorry, the screen recorder is really slow, so I'm gonna have to move it slowly. It's making my FPS go down a lot. But basically, it highlights. You can have an image in the background, that's an image as a button, and you can move it. Oh, when you're in edit mode. I'll show you how exactly. I'm gonna try a few different ways of moving it, but basically right now, if you if you're in edit mode and if it's clicked, it'll set the active to true, which will just update the position while you're clicked. Otherwise, I'll just do later. I'm gonna do something where it's basically you'll click to activate it, you'll be able to move it, and then you click again to drop it. But that was it was working really weird because I'll have to set the delay between it because it clicked like 5 billion times when I just tried clicking really quick. So then a few things I had trouble with that I should probably tell you guys in case you ever want to try one. I probably should have. I almost thought about changing to SDL because of how annoying SFML's been being with these shapes and text. But okay, so the text is what you'd have to do is you have to set the origin, and I actually know this. I didn't know it before, but I didn't know if it was going to work. So you have to set the origins originally at the upper left corner of the text, so then the text is not centered in the button. So I had to set this. I had to get the rectangle and I had to find the center point of the rectangle and set that as the origin, and then I had to scale it down. They don't have a set size in SFML2, so I scaled it to 40%, and then I had to set the position to half to the center point of the button. And then one of the things I just figured out, and it's been giving me the biggest problem ever. When you want to set the position, you can't do hover rect.set position because it goes way off. So you have to reinitialize a new hover rect, and it doesn't actually hurt the FPS much. I thought it would, but you have to reinitialize a new. That's the only way I can find because I've been doing some different things, and even when I set the origin to the center, and even when I transform to the local coordinate of the center of my button, and it's being annoying, but everything else about it is fine. And then another thing I did is I just created this. I saw this in a little tutorial thing. I don't need these, but it's because I do that inside my class, but it's basically I check for the mouse down and all that, and it's just a singleton class, very small, and I made these public because I'm too lazy. And basically, I'll show you my main. Usually my main's not this big, but I've been lazy, and that's the first time in forever I've been using global variables because I'm just doing this quickly. And I basically, if the mouse is pressed, I set the mouse down state to 1 or it's 0 if it was released. And then the reason I'm doing is 1s and 0s is because I'm probably going to do plus equals, because before when I was iterating through, I'll allow it to check for 1, and then once it's greater than 1, I won't do it again. So when it clicks a billion times, it'll just do it once. But then and then if you want to hold it, you can still hold it. But right now, that's fine. And if the mouse is moved, you just set the mouse X and Y to the regular stuff. And that makes it a lot easier for later, because before I just have it where your buttons update. Heck's my update now. My update function had to take a parameter for the input. So that because I needed the Windows input, and now I've got this class that helps that. And I know my code looks really messy. That's because I've been throwing it together really quickly. But that's okay. Yeah, I did a couple inline, just hovering. Hovering is basically the same thing as clicked, only click checks to see if the mouse is down. Hovering does not. It basically checks for collision with the button and the mouse. That's about all I've got. One last look at it I just wanted to say was images are. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do that to make. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna do it so you don't have to hold the mouse. You can just click it and drag it, because if the mouse goes off the thing, it's not colliding. It just like drops it, which is better when I have. I used to have, without the screen recorder, I have a couple like a little bit over 1,000 FPS, and with this I only have like 300, which is still a lot, but it's like the mouse can move way faster than the object. And I'm gonna work on. I already was working on a slider, a thing where you can slide it up and down, and I was working on a few other things, and I'll probably update you in a while, in like a few days, because I have projects to do.